We're ready to get started. The Pinal County Board of Supervisors, District 3, our candidates are Tom Hollenbeck, Tom? Thank you. Dennis Dugan, David Snyder are incumbent. For the supervisor, Tom, we'll start with you on this one here. Future growth in western Pinal County will continue in overlapping traffic development fee schedules. What's your plan to communicate and work with Maricopa to ensure the growth is well planned and benefits all the county residents?
Thank you. I think it's very important that transportation issues be addressed. We need to continually meet, plan, a long-range plan of where we want the transportation and the development to go, and to continually meet again and make this vision come to reality.
Wow, an answer in seconds. I'm impressed.
Very much unlike a politician, wouldn't you say?
Number two.
Working with with Maricopa and Pinal County right now, they are working out a grant plan to put freeways and everything through Pinal County and all the way through Tucson. They're going to make huge corridors. They're going to put a $42 billion budget in place that they were going to have a 1% sales tax that was going to create arteries through from Phoenix to Tucson, and Pinal County would have to work directly with them. I know that Mr. Snyder is working part of that process with them, especially with Highway 347, which everybody is really concerned with. The Highway 347 here, because that is a major block road. That is a huge project that's going to be a huge undertaking, which is going to cost in the $200 million range, and we need to be working with the Maricopa County, Pinal County, the State Transportation Board, and everything to get that that road completed and in time. Because if we don't do anything, because the next 5 years, it is going to be a major block.
David Snyder.
Thank you. The solution to this is regional partners, and Pinal County currently has 22 regional planning initiatives underway. All of those initiatives, including the Hidden Valley Study, the North-South Corridor, projects to widen and improve the Maricopa Casa Grande Highway, 347, the Union Pacific Railroad overpasses, all of those involve a collaboration between Pinal County, the City of Maricopa, and all of its neighbors and collaborators. These transportation corridors do not stop at geopolitical boundaries. They include everybody, including our tribal neighbors.
Thank you. Speaking of county services, are there any county services that any of you gentlemen would remove, add, we don't have right now, or alter in some form or fashion? Be specific, if you please. And let's start with David Snyder.
The modifications at this point, I think, are going to have to be financial in nature. Certainly we can do a better job in virtually everything that we do, but the reality is that only a small portion of the services programs that Pinal County offers are voluntary. The rest of them have either state or federal mandates. So we can't just unilaterally not do those things. We have to continue to, however, modify them so that they are responsive to the needs of the community and our residents. That's health care, that's transportation, that's economic development, the judicial system, certainly public safety, the jail. All of those things are critical. They all have an impact on our budget. We don't just arbitrarily stop or change one of those things without suffering a consequence in another area.
Hollenbeck.
Thank you. What Mr. Snyder says is true, and in adding to that, the only thing that I would be wanting to do is look at the overall budgetary impact of the departments and see if there could be some leaning out in the different departments. I don't think at this point or any departments is what we want. We want smaller government. We don't want bigger government. And so I would say at this point, certainly we would want to look at leaning out what we have and making it more efficient.
Dennis Dugan.
You know, my thoughts is you're a county. We're not a city. And the county can't provide the same services as a city, because we are covering a vast area. So I would, if elected, I would have to go through and evaluate each area and see what services are. We have the mandated services that we automatically have to perform, but we can't have the same services as a city. We got to look at what services we can provide. The necessary one, of course, would be health care and the transportation. Transportation, of course, 63% of the roads are dirt, and Pinal County is going to cost $1.5 billion to have all roads paved. So you have to set our priorities. The county is in no position to provide the same services as a city, and we'd have to sit and evaluate which ones we provide and which ones we'd have to delete.